Let me explain something to y'all. Right. A lot of people is like that. I told Black Sun, and that's why Black Sun going live about racism, social construct. But let me just say this: Ganga went live, and he's over there now talking about some house Negro this and house Negro that up there playing uh Malcolm X to a bunch of motherfuckers who don't respect Malcolm X, to a bunch of motherfuckers who never had any type of respect for the civil rights movement, for a bunch of motherfuckers who don't understand that the education that we got prior to the civil rights movement, we got the shittiest of everything. And while a lot of black people, when they got the jungle fever, motherfucker, they was a lot of black men was blamed for it. Okay, hung from trees. So there had to be some type of policy that had to change. But you know what the fuck you get when you get a lot of these ignorant ass pro black spaces? You get a lot of bunch of ignorant motherfuckers who don't even respect that. Who don't even who want to go back to them times talking about we wasn't acting like we wasn't suffering back then. That we didn't need this policy change because we already knew what Negroes was doing. Because we're gonna keep it real. The reason why the interracial stats wasn't really built like that for black women is because we was getting raped on those goddamn plantations. That's what the fuck Malcolm X was talking about, motherfucker. We is off the plantation. We not on a plantation no more. That's what he was referring to. He did this is before we was able at we as black people and doing the civil rights movement was able to get any motherfucking policy change. So what the fuck are you talking about house Negroes for and shit? We ain't going for that shit. And now you trying to switch it up in your live stream talking about we indentured servants and all this other shit because you already knew that it's a slap in the face to your ancestors to sit here and call us slaves now when you know they work for free, they got raped for free, they got beat for free. They was lured into the bed of the white man and the white woman, and then when they got caught, they got killed and shit like that. Like they wasn't lured and they wasn't molested and shit like that. Let's keep it real. That's what the fuck Malcolm X was talking about. What the fuck Malcolm X was talking about? He was talking about even after all that, when we got the worst of the worst, when black men was getting hung on trees after being lured into the bosom of a white woman, getting killed and shit like that. It was the norm. Black people couldn't just do what the fuck they wanted. So yeah, it was a lot of Negroes or whatever who before we had this policy change and we got a lot of rights. Yeah. And that's why we made the point that y'all would sit here and say that queer people getting rights is white supremacy all because y'all can't motherfucking prove that the white man started gay shit. The white man started everything bad and then black people didn't. That doesn't make any sense and you can't fucking prove it. That's all we saying. The burden of proof is on you. So while you playing this old ass video, motherfucker, I want everybody to remember that was before we had policy change. And that Malcolm X is not talking about what the fuck me, MD, and Black Sun was talking about. That's bullshit. And Yanga, you know it. That's why you try to switch it up and say, oh, you already know it's a slap in the face to ancestors who died for that shit. Who died for us to have better jobs? Who died for us to be able to be in political positions now? Slavery. So you try to switch it up and say, and that's why I asked the question before I get off of here, because I'm not gonna be on here long. That's why I asked the question, what the fuck do you think we were doing in indigenous times? What type of hard work do you think you're going to be doing? Can you even build your home from the ground up? Do you know now we have tools and shit like that? Yes, Most of that shit was built off our fucking ancestors. We had the knowledge of the technology, motherfucker. We outbuilt this shit. No, we're not so hyped to fucking leave it. Just because you're too pussy to fight for the reparations that your ancestors died for, and we want to continue on the story, motherfucker, you can't judge us. I put the ancestors and everything that they fucking did on my fucking back. I will die for that shit. And nobody over here said that they wouldn't die for that shit. So I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. We're willing to we talk about bloodshed for the for our babies' reparations and for our babies' future. Y'all motherfuckers talking about hugging the oppressor. Get the fuck out of here. And if that's not a house Negro, I don't know what the fuck is. Cause that's who the fuck you got in your chat. Motherfuckers who said they'll hug the oppressor and said that it's okay. Motherfuckers that at the end of the day, they're not willing to war for this shit. Fuck out of here. Talking about some goddamn indenture slave. I'm sitting here like, what type of work do you think you would be doing day to day without the white man? Motherfucker, every day would be work. If we, even when we had our motherfucking feet in the dirt, motherfucker, you had to still work every single fucking day. You have to work every day for your life. The hell wrong with you? And you act like we didn't have slaves and shit like that. Get the fuck out of here. That shit is annoying, bro. That shit is annoying, bro. Because I'm like, you're talking about a time where black people were suffering. And you had people in your chat that's talking shit, but they don't even believe black people were suffering back then. They don't even see everything that black people went through. They just act like that shit, we supposed to still be going through that shit that we wasn't, like, come on now. So we always gonna go to Africa? No, we wasn't. They wasn't gonna let us go no fucking where. For a long time, we were stuck. And really, y'all black ass is not ready finna go nowhere. Y'all not going to Africa in droves. Shut the fuck up. You don't know shit about Africa. Y'all barely learning this Swahili. Get the fuck out my face. Why you sitting there talking shit about Yanga or whatever? Yanga just brought out that Swahili is a traitor's language to deal with white people. Y'all couldn't even do that right. Get the fuck out my face. We ain't going for that shit, that cult-like bullshit. The hell? Trying to get black people to hang. It's not about liberating black people. His message is about trying to get black people to hang off his goddamn pubic hairs. I'm not going for that bullshit. He don't even respect the man that you playing. The hell? He revered a man that got that man killed. What the fuck are you? We ain't going for this bullshit. Please. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop and actually listen. Because even the video you playing is not a dagger, motherfucker. It ain't shit. We said the burden of proof is on you. You're not playing I know you're not playing some shit where black people ain't have no policy being pushed. Fuck out of here.